right there where that guy is. Awesome. Right where that guy is.
Right there, huh?
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
out just a little further.
Okay.
I think I'd get out there before the offshore.
Okay. Hey, I got a whiteboard now, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'll see you.
Okay,
You'll
can
be
see
the
me
only
now?
one without
Oh,
log.
high tide's coming up.
You'll be
Nah, there's the other guys out there. I'm gonna paddle from that end and kind of work my way over.
The 8 o'clock crowd will get out. Pretty good out there. Nice morning for you to come down.